All right. Good Monday morning, everyone. It is cloudy, hopefully not a super rainy Monday here. And Brian, I know Houston, you guys are about to get pounded with rain from the tropical storm coming. So hopefully you guys don't have too much flooding. You guys stay safe. But you guys are here listening to Author Talk with me, Amy, Ferd, and Russell. And today it's just us, and we're just talking all things awesome, all things author, some cool events that Fern went to this weekend. Russell is back from his, cool,
Cruise.
amazing cruise that he's on. So we're
It
just
was
giving an
awesome.
update and talking about all kinds of stuff. So you guys, hey, who wants to start first? Russell, you want to talk to us about, the cruise that you were sending us pictures of that we're jealous of?
Yeah.
I got it. Number one, uh, I got to tell you, like the Wi-Fi was amazing. I had better Wi-Fi than Sandy last Monday, and
Oh
I was
my
in the middle of
goodness.
the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Whoever thought that that was possible? And I got to tell you, the whole cruise was spectacular. We actually even had a butler for the cruise.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
fun. That mean one of the things we ask him to do is always make sure our water glass was full of ice. Silly things like that. It's so nice,
That's got to be cool that you got somebody to fetch stuff for you and just kind
right?
of there to you.
And be waiting with my drink, my cocktail when we got there in the afternoon from the events. One day in Cozumel, we rented speedboats and drove
Nice.
speedboats.
How was that? I saw that photo, and I'm not even gonna lie, I was totally like fangirling. That would be so much fun.
Exactly. And this is the weird thing, and you would understand this because you're a tough girl, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's how I think of you now.
that's true. Yeah.
Is you're tough girl. And I mean, you can be girly girl and tough girl at the same time because that's one of the ways Texas women are. One of the
Yeah.
awful ways
What?
as well
I
as
don't make
good.
One of the awesome ways is what he meant
No,
to
but
say.
it's also awful because women can be so girly girl in Texas and so tough at the same time,
We just
right?
don't take no crap. Like we just, yeah.
Right. That's one of the many awful things. But anyway, so we're down there and doing speedboats. And so on the first part of it, uh, all the men drove the boats. Okay.
Okay.
And they went really fast. And then we stopped in the most crystal clear area and snorkeled for a while, which
Ooh,
was
that's
awesome.
pretty cool.
And
Okay.
then when we got in the boats, Melinda got in to drive the boat. And uh, only one other woman said, okay, it's my turn. The rest didn't want to drive the boats. And it was a little scary, I can tell you, because it was in the open ocean. We were going what we thought was really fast. And it there were waves and we were going. Anyway, so my wife and this typical the whole trip. People that take cruises, yeah, our cruise average probably 70 years old. If there must have been seven young couples, like in their 30s or 20s, and all seven of those young couples were with us. We were the old couple of the crowd,
Nice. Oh, I
right?
love it.
And
Yeah.
that's the way it was almost every day. But I love that, by the way. But only one of the young women and Melinda said, "No, we're driving."
So
And
where was this other lady from? Was she
That
Texan?
would be me.
no, she was a young woman from Washington D.C.
No, that makes sense too.
And all she could do is talk about was the fact that only she and Melinda were the women that were driving the speedboats. And Melinda was like, "Of course I'm driving a speedboat."
Of course. Of
And I
course.
was like, that's the kind of woman I wanted to be around, right? Is the kind of this get out of the way. It's my turn. I like that.
That
Mm,
would be me. I mean, I would let go,
Yeah, that
and
would
then
be
it would be
you.
like, it would be one of those things where I'm just like, your time's up. Like, I want
Right.
to play. Like, that just seems like so much fun. I mean, it's dangerous at the same time, but it seems like so much fun to just sit there and, drive a speedboat and just haul it. That would
And
just,
Melinda fell so in love with it. She'd never driven a speedboat before. Fell so in love with it. The next night we were driving I don't know where we were last night, and she said, "You know, I wish boats weren't so much trouble because I really love to drive a boat."
They're
Oh,
expensive.
I
They're an
love
expensive habit, like airplanes. They're
Yeah, they're like a nightmare,
yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I thought I
fun.
just
almost
know
like
somebody with
Melinda's
a-
RV, right?
Well, no, that's got to be a little bit less terrible, right? I mean, no, it's the same. Lots of maintenance and stuff.
First thing I did before the show this morning is call and see if they'd finished repairing it.
Oh my goodness. That is not any fun. Russell, don't tell me that. Josh is talking about getting one because now he's all in this family traveling, and he was like, Amy, we should just the new car that you want, let's just get a truck, okay? And then we'll get an RV, and then we can literally just go anywhere.
Okay, this is how you mess with him on that. This is how young wife messes with young husband on that. Say, that's a great idea, but it's my truck.
Yeah, no, it's mine. I've already said that. Like
That
he
well,
was like,
see,
well, the RV would be mine, and I was like, technically,
No.
the RV would be the family's because we're all going.
right, but the truck is yours.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
that usually gets rid of young husband wanting to wife to get a truck.
Well, I had a truck before and I lost it in Harvey's, so I feel like it's more, because he did say give him 5 years and he would get my truck back. So I'm just gonna say that this is a loophole to get it because he's like, Amy, if we had an RV, we could literally travel the world or like the U.S. He's like, family vacays, we could go see all the state parks and we could just stay there. We wouldn't have to pay for hotels. And I'm like, okay, but I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, you can always go with this. So who's going to take care of the kids and the cooking?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I like not doing that on vacation.
Melinda likes room service.
Yeah, I'll take care of my kids. That's like a nonstop job. I'll do that. But it's like, I don't want to cook. Like if I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation. It's not, I'm just mom.
And you may not want to get your pickup dirty.
Sure.
No, I don't. No, I don't want to. I don't want to do that at all. But man, Russell, you were sending us photos. I was so jealous. I was like, oh man, wish I could go on a cruise. So
You know that there's some.
on it.
I've heard that there's some really interesting cruises for writers that are like, they're like either writers retreat type things or they're like learning type.
I really wish
you went on
you and Max, during the show last week, Max made some comment about it. I said, what a great cruise that would be.
Yeah. I
actually several times thought when I was having a cigar, wow, wouldn't it be this would be a perfect time. We have a cigar, talk about writing. Max did a great job on the show last week, I thought.
Yeah. He is fantastic. He is just a really great writing coach and just all around, just a really great way to be inspired as a writer because he just inspires you to keep going. And his biggest thing is you need to get rid of the comparing mind. You can't compare yourself to other people, to other writers. You just got to do you and be the best you today, and that's really helpful because it keeps.
Wow. I would love to argue with him over that. Wow. On my second old fashioned.
old fashioned.
We need to figure out how it would be to do a cruise, a writer's retreat cruise, because that would be totally fun.
Well, I can tell you that we're going to Greece. Melinda, while we were on the cruise, got so excited she went and signed up for a cruise to Greece.
Nice.
I know, Fern. That was my reaction. See your non-reaction? That's what my reaction was when I found out. Really?
Is it the Mediterranean cruise?
Yeah.
Oh, my sister did that one. I think she went out of Italy though, but my sister did that one.
Oh, well, she has Italy on it.
Yeah, my sister
Good.
did that. It was a lot of fun. She said she had fun.
My reaction was kind of like Fern's just then. But Fern, yeah, a 4-day cruise would be perfect.
Yeah, out of like Galveston or something, So you're not going too far or too expensive, but like
okay, let's go.
We need to figure that out.
Let's go.
Well, Judith does a publishing at sea cruise. So Sandy's been on that. So I'm sure Sandy could give some insight.
Yeah, but that's too many people. I don't want to have. I don't want to be.
No, I'm saying Sandy would. Sandy would
those
have
kind of groups are
information.
like candy that I want. I'm talking about going on a cruise with 2 or 3 people and our spouses or whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm
Send
just
them
saying
away
Sandy would know how
and
to
just-
structure it.
Yeah, we would need to structure it. We would need to structure it and get a good group rate, for us so that we could all do it. And that would be fun. But speaking of fun, this past weekend we were at East Rim Comic-Con that was sponsored by Jerry Schaefer, he puts it on.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was a really good convention. We had a lot of good turnout of people, speakers, really good, artists for different comic books. They've done different ones, and they were there signing and stuff. In spite of road closures, and apparently,
I heard of that.
yeah, it's like there was like several roads that were closed that made it hard to get to it, and there was an 18-wheeler that was like on fire on Sunday apparently, and people had to go around it.
Those are awesome fires, by the way. 18-wheelers on fire. Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I like it
would find
anyway.
the beauty in that fire like that. I would just leave it to Russell.
Yes, it's terrible. I mean, well, it's terrible if you're caught in traffic behind everybody. I just got to say.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. That's one of the things.
Greg and CJ and Veronica and several of them were just trapped behind that thing. It was just terrible.
Oh my goodness. That's one of the things I don't miss about Houston is y'all's traffic. I don't miss that. I mean, I miss y'all dearly, but I don't miss y'all's traffic at all. No.
But the next awesome convention coming up we're going to be at is Beaumont Comic-Con.
Nice.
That's going to be in October.
Nothing in Beaumont has ever been awesome.
You know what? If
the
Comic-Cons are, there's great cosplay, and you sell a lot of books.
Okay, what is cosplay? I don't really understand cosplay.
What is cosplay?
What is that?
Russell, remember when I went as Captain Marvel?
Is that cosplay? Is that what that is?
Yes, and then I went as Spider-Gwen this year, as Spider-Gwen at all the Comic-Cons this year for me, that I could get
So
to.
It's dressing up, right?
As another character that you like or someone that you relate to
or a character you make up yourself. Because like I always do characters that I make up. Like my pirate captain, that outfit got inspired from the fact that I was writing a steampunk story for Todd's wedding.
Okay, and, here's a question. The people watching, did you know what cosplay was? Did you actually know what? Well, I know Greg knew.
Yeah.
Okay. And what inspired you to be in cosplay, to do cosplay? That's what I want to know from our viewers.
Oh, it's like one of those things, Russell. I mean, I'm not a viewer. Well, I am technically. I am watching it on both screens, but it's kind of one of those things you get to not be yourself for a day. And it's kind of cool.
But I'm really on by myself. I'm
but you get to embody that character though. Like you get to embody it. Like me and Josh were just talking about Halloween, right? And what we're going to do, he's going to venture out with me and do a family Halloween thing, right?
Those are some of the greatest days of your lives.
I know, but Russell, hold on, okay? I had some really cool ideas. I was like, let's do Spider-Man. You be Spider-Man or Venom. I'm like, Spider-Gwen, but the Venom part. And
why don't you be the bad girl?
Well, no,
or the bad guy.
Yeah, it would be cool, right? And
well, there's a lot of people that cosplay as Darth Vader. Or the Sith Emperor or Darth Maul. I mean, there's a lot of people who or stormtroopers. I mean, some of the costumes for stormtroopers are hilariously awesome. I mean,
I know, and they can't ever hit anybody. That's the best part.
True.
Well, I mean,
they can't see.
It would be awesome. But a lot of it is the cosplayers make their outfits themselves, which is really cool because you get to see, all the talent and dedication and work like the stormtroopers. They, at least some of the ones that I know, they make their outfits themselves. And so it takes time.
Okay. I've seen some of those. There's Greg again. Is
Yeah.
watch our show Friday night. What did he say? Watch
He
our
has
show
a-
Friday night. We have a professional cosplayer. Okay, what is
Yeah.
a professional cosplayer? I don't
somebody-
believe there is any such thing.
That's somebody who does it professionally. Yes, I mean some people make a lot of money
What?
doing it.
That doesn't pay a mortgage.
Well,
I'm gonna have to watch his show to figure that out.
You
I
have
mean-
to watch it.
It could. I mean, you have people on YouTube that pay their mortgage and they just do reviews of things or funny videos. So I totally could.
Hmm.
Okay, I've got to ask Fern a question. I got to change the subject because we're gonna argue. We could talk about cosplay the whole time, and what
Yeah.
we really need to do, I guess, is to watch Greg's show. Amy, aren't you on Greg's show?
I am. Yes, I am.
I mean, you're on like 7 shows a week.
I am. Well,
now.
me and Fern just launched the show. Well, Fern launched it without me because I've had sick kids and then I'm battling being sick myself.
Well, that's kind of the theme. Isn't the theme how screwed up your lives are? What is
Yeah,
it?
so we just launched one. It goes live Wednesdays at 10, and it's the Hot Mess Express, and it literally is about how our
And the first
lives are
week
hot
was
mess.
such a hot mess. You weren't there, right?
It was a hot mess.
I
And
did. I'm pretty sure I commented that and said I look like a hot mess right now too.
not just that. I mean, it was a hot mess. Amy wasn't there because she had to take care of babies.
Because she had a hot mess.
Fern couldn't figure out how to click record.
It was so great. It was so great.
So
It
we
was great. It
So
was
we
so
were
much
trying
fun.
to figure out how to capture that video so that we could actually put it on the YouTube thing. But
I got it. I know it was fun times. Okay, last week is literally the definition of our show, which is the Hot Mess Express.
Express.
I mean, guys, it's a hot mess, and it's how we overcome life. And our
Well,
hot
this
mess.
week you could put Sandy on it because when she heard a hurricane was hitting the coast, she left a day
know.
early to make sure she was on the water when the hurricane got here.
I
Now that's a
thought
hot mess,
I'm on a
Sandy.
vacay. There's a hurricane hitting.
That's
where
not a
everything is.
vacation when the hurricane is a day off the coast.
Oh,
That's a
Sandy,
hot mess.
We love you, but you got to stop running to hurricanes, okay? You need to avoid them, okay? That's kind of what you're supposed to do. We love you
Well,
dearly.
don't
but-
pick on Sandy. Sandy had this trip planned a long time ago.
Hurricanes
know.
don't give a crap
Friend
about
butter.
plans.
Sandy was fine.
So, going back to Fern, who, Russell, you never got to ask your question about.
Okay, right. Now, everyone, all the viewers know about the great review. Sandy, I was not going to delay my vacation. Well,
right.
Sandy,
You
you may
forgot.
not be having a vacation.
That's where I was going. I was like,
No,
what?
no,
Okay.
You forgot a critical piece of the puzzle, Russell. Sandy is a Texas woman,
Oh,
and
man.
hurricanes don't
I just
scare
hate them.
Texas women.
I know.
Well,
That's one of the bad things about them. But let's go back to your review. Number one, would you please, for anyone who doesn't remember, tell us the review we're talking about. Number two, the question you've never answered is, what are you doing to promote it, and why aren't you doing more to promote the review? Because frankly, I don't think you have handled this properly for someone that's talking about merchandising all the time. And my publisher, which really cracks my heart. But
I love you, Russell. So, what Russell is alluding to is that, on Twitter, I follow Doctor Who Online, which is the official fandom of the series Doctor Who. And apparently they follow me back because one of the days that I posted my book cover, they liked it and they were like, "Ooh, that looks interesting." And so they looked into it and they picked it up to do a review for it. So the gentleman who actually reviewed it is Nathan Jones, and he reviews for Doctor Who Online, and he has his own book reviewing site as well for his own Nathan Jones books or something like that. And he loved it. He wrote a really beautiful review of my book, which I was like in cloud nine. I'm still on cloud nine technically. So that happened. Now, what I have done with it so far is I have placed it on Amazon as an editorial review because, I mean, that helps count a lot, you know. And one of the other things that I've been working on with my book cover designer is changing up the back matter, you know, to
The
include,
cover, girl, the cover.
I don't want to mess the cover up.
Across the front in big white letters.
No.
Okay, who the viewers agree with me? Should it be on the cover or not? Because I'm obviously right. They're both obviously wrong.
No.
Obviously, Russell.
No, Russell. No, you don't mess up the cover like that. But you might put on the bottom, towards the bottom, you might put a little snippet from the review. But I don't want to mess up the front cover. The front cover looks so cool. But the back, I can shorten the summary the way I did on Amazon and put the review back there because that would be really good.
Yeah. Have you done a press release about this review that you were given?
I have not, but
have you put it on your website?
I have not.
Okay. Just saying. Ideas. Ideas.
Yeah, we need to do that. We need to do a press release about it. We need to do the website. And also I was thinking of getting a little plaque, you know, with it on there to have.
That'll sell books to get a plaque. That's going to sell a book.
Well, it might if it says Doctor Who loves this book. No?
No. I mean,
no. Amy's so nice when she's telling us we're stupid, isn't she? No.
I think it'd be cool to like have on your desk, you know, it's like a like the memory thing, you know, like memorabilia or whatever. But it would be cool if it was like on a banner, you know, like you know how like if you go not to like a restaurant, but if you go to any event and you say, you know, reviewed by Doctor Who fan and all of these, and it has like 5 stars and all those things, and it says where it's all been reviewed and where you can see it. Things like that sells books, that sells products, because it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, you go to all these Comic-Cons, right? Which are, I mean, besides me, because I've never seen an episode of Doctor Who. I'm so sorry. But most of them know Doctor Who. They follow the Doctor Who fan base, right? And so to be as one of the locations where they can find your book and get a, you know, 5-star raving review is from that fan base, that's going to give it like crap ton of credibility, right? So then it's like, ooh, so you don't have to, you know, pull people to the table and tell them about your book. That's going to pull them there already, because it's like all of these really big places. It's been reviewed, raving reviews, 5 stars. Yeah. And you're like, ooh, what is this? Why is it raving? Doctor Who, holy crap. Should be a movie. Oh my God. You know, one of those things.
Well, that's true. And I need to think about getting a good banner. But, you know, like usually the banners I'm getting are for like the whole company, right, you know, and stuff.
Exactly.
So
that's true. But Fern, I do wish, as someone who is a part of your company, I do wish on this particular occasion, the target is so ripe that you think of yourself.
Well, right? You can tie it in though, right? Because Inklings has published your book, right? So you getting that review is a highlight for Inklings, right? Because Inklings published your book. So you can get a banner that says, you know, where you can find all these books and the raving reviews, you know, and you can pull some from your other authors and your Doctor Who one. And it's a collaborative effort showcasing your company and where people can find your company's books and read the reviews. Because each genre of book that you have is different. You know, you have fantasy, romance, all those. So you can find a bunch of them in there, and then they can go to the different ones that they're interested in and see the reviews, but it's a collaborative effort in terms of your business.
In fact, couldn't she promote the company and all of her other authors' books vicariously through this review, because it's such a door to open up to a million fan base?
Yeah,
well, it definitely is. And let me tell you,
if she would.
The other thing that has come from this awesomeness is that they want to know what other books, because they looked up that I have a publishing company, so we've been discussing other books that I publish, and
Right.
they have decided to read and review Descendants of Avalon, which
Wow.
is Lynn's first book into her series. So that's going to be very exciting to see what they think of that one. And, and they have others that they really want to try out as well from our company, but they decided to go with that one first.
See, but that's awesome though, because your company published your book, which got you the door open into this possibility, and they loved your book so much that they're interested in your publishing company and what other books that you've published. So you've opened that door for your company because your company has published your book.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying you could do a banner with all like the raving, reviews and stuff on it. And it's, as a company, here's where you can find some of our books and the reviews that they're getting, right?
And here's something else that Fern could do if she was as technically knowledgeable as Amy, right?
Well, that's why we have Amy.
You could take this whole segment of this author talk, pull it out, and put this on your website on the front page, talking about how awesome it is.
Yeah.
Yes, you could do that.
Yeah, we could. I mean, I need to revamp my webpage for sure, the Fern Brady page. And we do have Author Talk. It does feed to Inkling's page. I don't know how Karina set that up, but she did. So, so I'm very glad that she knows how to do that.
Yeah.
And the Hot Mess Express will be on there as well, and on our YouTube, because Inklings is starting a YouTube page, so we'll have Author Talk and Hot Mess Express on there as well. So we'll have different places.
I like it. But that's one of the things I would look into for is doing a so have you seen on Facebook? Maybe it's just me. The next time I see it, I'll tag you on it. But it's like kind of like a plaque, like you were saying, okay? But it says like how you can pay, and it's like it has like the QR codes for like Venmo, PayPal, all of those, and then it has how you can do it. But you could have one of those that says raving reviews from, and you could list them out like that if you want to do that instead of a banner. I mean, just saying, a banner's big and like in your face, A
banner would be good with the reviews and the reviews of all of our books, because Meg's books have had really great reviews as well. So we can definitely put some of the other reviews. And Andrea's romance book has gotten several really wonderful awards from Reader's Favorite and Green Apple Romance and stuff. So I mean, we could definitely do a banner with award-winning.
Well, I have a question for you about that. And we can't answer it today because we have 28.122 seconds left. So we have no time. But I would like in maybe the next show for us to talk about the awards Andrea has received and how you're promoting those. Right?
Yeah,
that's something else that
together.
Amy and I can criticize you about. So that's good.
Nice. I love being the person picked on. No, actually with the awards, the cool thing about the awards is usually there's a seal, right? There's a kind of like an emblem or something that's the award. So those emblems we can stick on the covers, because those don't take.
Those are nothing compared to the review you got. Those are like 1 million awards with their little seals. They're nothing compared to that review on that webpage. That's why I would slap it across the top of my cover.
Of the cover. Well, we might do the line that he did about like it plays out like a blockbuster movie in your head. Yeah. That line I think would definitely go on.
That should be in every advertisement you do on Amazon. Those little click ones on Amazon that I got to be such an expert on when I published my first book.
Yeah.
That should be in every one.
Well, why don't you do them for me?
We'll have an old fashioned and a cigar or two and talk about it.
And talk about it? Okay.
Nice. There you go. I love it. Well, it's Always fun conversations here on Author Talk. But you guys, tonight on Through the Eyes of Authors, it is with deep regret that I probably most likely am going to be sending out an email. I am still not fully up to capacity to do Through the Eyes of Authors tonight, so it will not be happening. But come hell or high water, we will have our mastermind on Friday, okay? I promise. It will be there on Friday. I'm hoping that, whatever my daughter has.
Apparently, you're still a messy mess or something.
I am. It's one of those things.
So you're ready for that show.
Yeah, I love my children.
We live that show. We live the Hot Mess Express.
Yeah, I mean, that's my life. Like Bert, I'm just saying, when I commented that my hair was on top of my head, I was in sweatpants and I was like, oh my gosh, is this day over? And it was 10 a.m.
What's the name of the show? The Gross Mess?
No, the Hot Mess Express. The Hot Mess Express. But you guys, I love my kids dearly, but they've torn me down. Okay, I'm coming back though. I'm coming back. So hopefully after.
This is part of life. And that's exactly what that show is about. It's talking about, how do you deal with the hot mess that is life and keep that train from derailing? I'm just saying.
See, I don't think of life as a hot mess.
Well, okay.
I think of it as like this candy that you're eating. It's so sweet. I just want to eat every piece.
I wish I had your philosophy on life. I really do. But let me just say, my train has derailed and formed a new track several times in life. So I'm just all about, okay, we're derailed. Let's just make a new track. We're just going to.
That's not derailing. No, that's not derailing. That's just a juncture.
Amy, your life is so good. It's unbelievable. Everyone dreams of having a life like yours.
It's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. My kids are really showing their Irish twinness. Okay,
and your husband is still dying to go camping out with you. You have a great life, Amy.
I know. I love my life. I don't love being sick, but I do love my hot mess of life.
Not hot mess or gross mess or whatever it is.
Well,
but we're over.
We hope that you have a wonderful Monday. Stay dry if you are in the Houston and surrounding areas. Stay safe and stay dry for sure. We'll catch you guys all next Monday. Have a great week, everyone.
Bye.